This just in from the world of golf. Tiger Woods has announced that he will officially play in this year's U.S. Open at Pinehurst thanks to a special exemption from the USGA. Tiger Woods' 5-year exemption from winning the 2019 Masters has now ran out, meaning he needs to receive a special exemption to play in this year's tournament or qualify, which he is not. USGA Chief Championship Officer John Bodenheimer said the story of the U.S. Open could not be written without Tiger Woods. The Big Cat, a 3-time U.S. Open champion, but has not won since 2008. Let's welcome in golf expert Doug Bell here. So, Doug, Tiger does receive this special exemption, and you also mentioned that they're honoring him with an award. So they really needed him to be there in honor just to give him that award.
Well, this is a big deal. He first played in the U.S. Open as an amateur, the reigning U.S. Amateur Champion, 1995. And Amanda, this is the first time since 95 he has needed a special exemption to play in the United States Open. And keep in mind, this is done quite often. The great Jack Nicklaus received 8 exemptions to play in the U.S. Open, and he won it 4 times. And Arnold Palmer received 5 special exemptions. So this is the first time Tiger has ever accepted a special exemption. You mentioned he's being honored with the Bobby Jones Award. That's the highest honor given to someone affiliated with the great game of golf, given out by the United States Golf Association. So he was going to be there anyway, but now it'll be fantastic to have him playing. Tiger has not played in the U.S. Open since 2020 when it was at Winged Foot for a variety of reasons, mostly injuries, the car accidents, etc. He said after the Masters, he makes the cut, setting the record 24 years in a row, making the cut. But he was disappointed in his finish on the weekend. And he said at the time he planned on going home, working hard, getting his body in shape so he could play in all the majors the rest of 2024. We'll see him in a few weeks, it appears, at Valhalla in Louisville, Kentucky for the PGA Championship. And now, Amanda, great news. He will be at Pinehurst, North Carolina in June to play once again in the United States Open.
We'll get to his play here in just a second. You mentioned his disappointing finish at the Masters here, but just to have him back in the field, I mean, the guys at the U.S. Open just must be thrilled that he's going to be there.
Well, I think so. You know, Pinehurst, he never won at Pinehurst, but he had an opportunity. He finished second by 2 shots to Michael Campbell there in 2005. And remember the famous Payne Stewart victory at the U.S. Open when he grabbed Phil Mickelson and he told him, "You're going to be a father," as Payne edged out Phil. And there's a statue there of the great putt that Payne Stewart hit on the 72nd hole. In that tournament, by the way, Tiger Woods finished just 2 shots behind Payne Stewart. People forget. So he's had success at Pinehurst, never won there. So we'll see. He's won 3 times the U.S. Open. And whenever Tiger plays, Amanda, it makes it special. He moves the needle unlike any other golfer, unlike any other athlete. When he plays, people pay attention, and so it'll be fun. Now, the question is, this is the toughest test in golf, the U.S. Open setup. Can Tiger make the cut? That'll be something obviously you, me, and everybody HQ will be talking about a lot leading up to the event and during that week.
The U.S. Open not until June. As mentioned, we have the PGA Championship starting May 13th. So in less than 2 weeks now, we do expect to see Tiger Woods in that. Out of the Masters, he did make the cut. That was a historic number, as you mentioned, of made cuts there at the Masters. Finished last, though, in the field of the guys who did make the cut. What do you think he's working on the most right now from the Masters to get ready for the PGA Championship? I guess what sort of play are we expecting from him? I think we're just excited to see him play. It almost feels like a broken record. Be excited to see Tiger, and whatever we see out of him, we're just going to take it.
Yeah, Amanda, I mean, that's the million-dollar question, right? I think the one thing, to answer your question, though, that he has to be working on is physical fitness and stamina. Obviously, that fused ankle, the fused back, all the other injuries that he has really debilitated him. It's difficult for him to walk 72 holes. And so as he told CBS, he told Amanda Balionis in that interview when he wrapped it up, "I'm going to go home and I'm going to start working on fitness." And so he's been going around the clock from all reports. And so I think he will head to Valhalla, a place that he's had a lot of success. Remember, he beat Bob May there in that incredible playoff at Valhalla to win the PGA Championship many years ago. I think he's a motivated guy. And Amanda, what can you say? When one of the greatest of all time, not just golfers, athletes of all time is motivated, and he wants to showcase himself and say, hey, listen, I'm better than I was at Augusta. That's worth the price of admission. I can't wait.
Doug Bell, we appreciate it. Again, the PGA Championship just around the corner. We do expect Tiger there, and now announcing that he will officially be playing in the U.S. Open in June. The First Cut podcast is your home for all things in the world of golf. Rick Gaiman, Kyle Porter, Greg Ducharme. A lot of times they have other guests on there. They will be talking about Tiger Woods getting ready for these two majors in the next 2 months, and of course the Byron Nelson going on this weekend.